Every legend begins with thunder. But Clint Barton's story began with silence. A single breath held. A single heartbeat measured. A single arrow drawn back against the string. In a world of gods, monsters, and miracles, Clint Barton stood alone. On a rooftop, rain sliding off his jacket, fingers steady despite the chaos below. He didn't glow. He didn't roar. He didn't fly. He aimed. And that was enough. Chapter 1. A childhood without mercy. Clint Barton learned fear before he learned kindness. The house he grew up in was small, cracked at the corners, and always loud. His father's temper filled the rooms like smoke, thick, choking, impossible to escape. Bottles shattered. Voices rose. Silence followed, heavier than the noise before it. Clint learned to watch. He watched footsteps. He watched shadows under doors. He watched the way his father's shoulders tightened just before rage exploded. Survival wasn't about strength, it was about anticipation. His mother tried. God, she tried. She shielded Clint and his brother Barney when she could, whispering promises she didn't know how to keep. Love existed in that house, but it was fragile, like glass balanced on a knife's edge. Then came the night of rain. The car skidded. Metal screamed. Glass shattered, and just like that, Clint Barton became an orphan. No speeches. No comfort. Just two boys standing beside the wreckage of everything they knew. The system took them in briefly. Cold halls, colder faces, but Clint didn't last long. He wasn't built for cages. One night he ran. He was 12 years old. Chapter 2. Running. Toward the fire, the circus found Clint before hunger killed him. It wasn't the bright, laughing kind from storybooks. This circus was rough, stitched together with ropes, sweat, and desperation. Performers were bruised, tired, and alive in a way Clint had never seen before. They survived by skill. Clint cleaned cages, carried equipment, slept wherever he could. No one asked questions, no one cared about his past. That suited him fine. Then he met Jock Duquesne. The SWORDSM. Jock saw Clint watching practice, eyes sharp, posture alert. One night, he tossed Clint a blade. Balance, Jock said. Not strength. Clint trained until his hands blistered. He fell. He failed. He got up again, over and over. His body learned control. His mind learned patience. Then came the bow. The first arrow wobbled. The second missed. The third struck the target dead center. Something inside Clint clicked. The bow didn't demand brute force. It demanded calm, focus, stillness. It rewarded discipline. Clint shot until his fingers bled, until the world narrowed to a line between his eye and the target. The circus gave him a name. Hawkeye. Chapter 3. Fame. Without direction, Hawkeye became a spectacle. Crowds gasped as arrows split arrows, as impossible shots curved through the air. Clint smiled on stage, bowing beneath lights, but offstage he felt hollow. Skill alone didn't give him purpose. When the circus burned, betrayal, crime, chaos, Clint was dragged into a world he didn't fully understand. Jobs that paid well. Jobs that felt wrong. He told himself he was surviving. Then came the man in armor. Iron Man. The fight was short. Clint was good, but not invincible. He expected death or prison. Instead, Iron Man spoke to him like he mattered. You don't have to be this, he said. For the first time. Clint believed him. Chapter 4. Nick Fury's test. Nick Fury didn't recruit heroes. He recruited assets. Clint Barton was tested relentlessly: marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, psychological evaluation. No enhancements allowed. No shortcuts. Clint passed. SAL turned him into something sharper than he'd ever been. He learned tactics, intelligence work, stealth. He learned when not to shoot. Then came the mission file marked Romanoff. Chapter 5. The choice that changed everything. Natasha Romanoff was a ghost wrapped in red hair. Clint tracked her across continents. Every report said the same thing. Lethal, unbreakable, irredeemable. When he finally had her in his sights, Clint hesitated. He saw her not as a weapon, but as a person drowning in blood. She didn't choose. So he made a choice. He lowered his bow. That mercy created a partnership stronger than any contract. Natasha became his anchor, his mirror, his friend, sometimes his conscience. Chapter 6. Standing among gods. When Loki came to Earth, Clint didn't hesitate. Mind, controlled, broken, weaponized, he fought from the inside until the spell shattered. When he stood among the Avengers for the first time, doubt clawed at him. What was a man with a bow doing here? Then the battle began. Clint's arrows changed the tide, explosions, grapples, EMP bursts. He coordinated from above, watching everything, calling shots. While gods fought head-on, Hawkeye protected flanks, civilians, teammates. No one noticed until it mattered. And then they never forgot. Chapter 7. The weight of war victory didn't bring peace. Mission followed mission. Cities burned. Enemies evolved. Clint aged. Every scar stayed. Every funeral weighed heavier. Unlike the others, he went home. A farmhouse, a quiet life. A wife who knew everything and loved him anyway. Children who didn't care about Avengers or aliens. They cared that he came back. Chapter 8. The day the world ended, it happened in an instant. Clint stood in the yard, teaching his daughter to shoot. Laughter echoed. The sun shone. Then the laughter stopped. Dust. Ash. Silence. His family vanished before his eyes. Clint screamed until his throat tore. No enemy to fight. No arrow to shoot. The universe had missed its target. Chapter 9. Ronin rises. Grief hollowed him out. Clint disappeared. In his place rose Ronin, a shadow with a blade. Crime syndicates fell overnight. Blood answered blood. Mercy was gone. Ronin didn't believe in saving anymore. He believed in balance. Chapter 10. Natasha's hand. Natasha found him in ruins. She didn't lecture. She didn't plead. She reminded him of his family. Of the man he used to be. Of the world still worth saving. When she said they could undo it, Clint followed her not because he believed, but because he had nothing left to lose. Chapter 11. Time broken. Time travel shattered. Reality. Clint revisited moments he never healed from. In Japan, in battle and loss, he fought not for glory, but for forgiveness. Then came Vor Mir. When Natasha sacrificed herself, Clint begged. He fought. He failed. He returned alone. Chapter 12. Endgame. The final battle consumed the earth. Clint ran through hell with the fate of everything in his hands. No powers, no armor, just willpower and instinct. He fought like a man with nothing left to lose and everything left to protect. When it ended, the world was restored, but not whole. Chapter 13. A quiet return. Clint buried Natasha in his heart and carried on. He returned home to his family alive, whole, real. He cried for the years he lost. He laughed louder than before. Later, he met Kate Bishop. She reminded him of himself, too skilled, too stubborn, too willing to jump into danger. He taught her the bow. He taught her restraint. He taught her why targets matter. Epilogue. The ordinary hero Clint Barton never wanted statues. He wanted dinner with his family. Quiet mornings. Peace. But when danger comes, when the world needs someone steady, he reaches for the bow. Because gods may fall. Armors may break. Magic may fade. But a human who refuses to quit? That shot never misses.